Honey, I'm here finally. I thought I was live. I was not. So we can start this over again. Tried to thread my sewing machine without my eyes on. And yes, I have to put eyes on anymore. No, it looks like I have blue bobbin. That's not going to work. I need a white one. Well, you know, finding another bobbin might be a problem. When you come in, give me a shout out now so I know you're here. Say, hey, Mary. Hello, hello. I'm going to have to go find another bobbin. So if you come in, I will be right back. And I know I have a white bobbin in here somewhere. Thought I did anyway. So I'm still not getting any viewers. I'm going to go ahead and get the bobbin. So if you hear me, I'm in here looking for my bobbins. Got a whole box of them somewhere. Hi, Robin. Thanks for coming, honey. I was in looking for a bobbin. I hope you're still here. Been having trouble with it. I don't know what's going on. All righty. Good deal. It doesn't show anybody watching me on this thing, so I don't know what that means. Are you buffering or anything? My first time using StreamYard, so I don't know how good it is, and I'm yelling, and I'm sorry. Things have been crazy, and trying to get it done, trying to get on. So it's a little bit crazy. I was just fixing to sew the banner, but since you just come in, if you'd like for me to show you how to sandwich it, I can do that. And I did find another piece of pink that would be beautiful on the inside of it. I've got pink lace already sandwiched in it, so if you want me to show you how to do it, I will be glad to do that. Because this is a little bit different because I'm sewing it all in one piece. So it's a little bit different than doing a quilt. I'll move this over and lay it down here. Because when you're making something like this that you want to turn, you put the right sides together, and then you put your batting on the top. So let me show you what I've done, because it won't take but a minute. Okay, my batting is my inside layer, but I am going to, this is my top layer, the two pieces, because I'm putting lace over the top of the material. So that'll be my top layer. And what you do is you put that on top of your batting, and then you put right sides together on it, which that'd be the right side of the material, and you pin it down. And then we're going to sew our seam after we get it pinned here just a little bit. I don't have to have a whole lot because it's not going to go anywhere in this little piece, but we'll make sure it doesn't. Anyway, that's how you sandwich this piece. Now for a quilt, you sandwich with the quilt laying wrong sides together. You put the backing down, then put your batting, and then you put your quilt top on the top of that, and you're sewing right directly on the quilt top. So this one is this, and I will quilt after I get it turned. So I'm leaving the top open. I'm just going to come in just a little bit on the edges, and we'll stop, and then I'll take all the pins out and turn it, and then I will quilt it. So that's where we're at, and I just got my bobbin in. Now if I can get this camera so that it focuses in. Can you see that okay? I'm going to go right here on the top, about 3 inches away from the outside edge, or the inside edge, giving about 3 inches. Hi, Kim. How are you, darling? So glad you're finding me. No, you don't have to do it this way, honey. I'm just doing a quilted one, which is different. I'm going to quilt it, and then I'm going to shabby chic it with all the lace and all the stuff on the top side of it. So but I wanted to do a quilted base. So anyway, and I'm going to sew about a 1/4 inch seam, and my pressure foot from the center to the outside edge is 1/4 inch. So yeah, there you go. Well, I just redone the binding, but the setup of it. But I will show you again if Robin doesn't mind. You put your batting down first, like this. So that's down first. If you want to quilt any kind of like a top layer of I'll say a pot holder. You wanted to do a pot holder or whatever, you can do this. So you put your batting down first, then you put your right side up and the layer that you want between it, right side up, and then you pin it all together, and then you sew it a 1/4 inch seam. This could use a 1/2 inch, it doesn't really matter, but a 1/4 inch seam. And I'm going to start about right here, and I'm going to do a little back stitch and sew here and then down here and back up to the top. I hope you can see me, back up to the top. And then I'm going to do a little bit over, and this is a little bit off right here that needs to be trimmed because I'm not going to be even, so I've got to trim that up. So let me give this a little slice off here so we are even. So I'm just going to cut right down it and make sure it's even so that when I put my seam in there, it's going to catch it all. Hi, Sherry. How are you, darling? So anyway, this is how you make a mug rug or a pot holder or anything like that. You want to stack them like this, and then you can just turn them out, and your batting is on the inside then. And it's a lot easier than, and you don't have to bind them, which makes it a whole lot easier to deal with. So now I'm going to start my sewing, and I am going to put my material on the bottom, and I'm going to come in that 1/4 inch, and I'm going to give it a couple of stitches forward, and I'm zigzagging, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go there. Oh, wrong one. I'm going to put that on 2.5, and this is 0 because this is my zigzag, which you can't see because I'm on the wrong side of this. But when I get my camera back, I can film that from the front side. But anyway, you want to put your tension on about 2.5, your stitch length, and no zigzag because we're just going to straight stitch and then back up a little so it locks it. And we're going to come in. Like I said, I'm not doing this exactly perfectly a 1/4 inch. That's a little too far. Let's come in just a little bit more. Go down and turn the thing. And it's a 1/4 inch on my foot. Let me drop this off and I'll show you my foot. I can drop it and put it back on. So all I got to do is push this. Push this. Okay, on my foot, from the center of this to the outside edge is 1/4 inch. So that's how I measure it. On either side, it's a 1/4 inch from the center of this foot. So, and almost all of them comes with a 1/4 inch seam allowance in your feet. So now let me put that back on there. And all I got to do is drop this back down. Pick it up. Okay, now we're going to go 1/4 inch. And it may not look like I'm doing a 1/4 inch, but to the material I am. Because my batting runs a little bit over. So I'm kind of watching underneath it because it wants to gather up in the feed dogs, which I hate because you have to stop every now and then and pull it out. And we're going to go right down to the tip of this banner. And again, put the stuff down and then come around. And we're going to head back up. So you're at a point there. Now don't gather up on me. If your batting gathers up on you, you can just kind of tear it off. You know, you can take something and just kind of lift under that and pull it off and look at it and pull it loose so it's not catching. It's easier from the other side, for sure. Kind of wish I'd started on the other side. So I'm still gathering. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're going to come up this side. And go to a 1/4 inch spot and turn, and I'm going to come about 3 inches in on this side and then do a back stitch. Okay, and we have just sewn our banner. We got that all done. I'll clean some of that off of there. Now I'm going to move this over and show you how to turn it. Hi, Brenda. Yay, I know. I went to StreamYard. I thought I'd give it a whirl, and it's working. So, okay. Make sure I caught all the seams. And see, I missed that right there. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more sewing right there because this was off on this side. So I'm going to put it back under here and go right about there and start sewing. Do a little back stitch and come up on that 1/4 inch seam right there. Catch it. My material was off on that side too. And then I'm just going to run right off the top. Okay, now we're going to turn this thing. Let me get this out of the way here. You can't see my string. I'll set it down on the floor. Okay, now because we sandwiched this with all the stuff on the outside edge, you know, the batting and everything, we're just going to put our hand down in here as far as we can. Need to trim off a little bit of this batting. All the way down, and that extra lace. We don't want a lot of bulk in that seam. Okay. I'm going to nip the tip of this just a little bit, not getting into my sewing. I'm going to stick my hand in it and go down as far as I can. And then I'm going to pull it through. And again, I'm going to nip these corners here so that they come out nice and pointed. And I'll use a poker for that. Since I have no fingernails left, I couldn't figure out why my fingernails had quit growing and had gotten so bad. And it's the psoriatic arthritis. It causes your fingernails to ridge up and to flake off. So you go get me a set of nails because I don't like being without my nails. Brenda, yours look so pretty today. Okay, I'm going to pull out this edge just as far as I can. And that's not poked out yet, but there is our banner with batting in it. And then I use chopsticks. And mine always have gunk on them. But I use chopsticks for everything. So we're going to go in here to this back side. Get through that quilting. And then I'm going to poke that up and out so that we get our point, or as much of the point as we can. Just like that. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing and get that out. And then over here on this edge, we'll do the same thing. And I have one that's a little sharper, might look better, but it will also poke through the material if I'm not careful. So, okay. Now to close up this top, and I'm going to do a lace all around this. So I will close this when I do, I'll make a 1/4 inch seam and lay it down, but I will do that when I put my lace on it, because I've got lace to go all the way around it. So that is going to be my base. And I think I may go ahead and put the lace around it and quilt this so that I can let me give that a little pin in a couple of places. So it'll put the edge down and then I can quilt around it. And one here. And I've got my lace, I think, cut to fit. We'll see here. I've got this real pale pink fine lace right here. And I'm going to use that 1/4 inch around, or not 1/4 inch, but about 1/8 inch. And I'm going to sew that so it has the little ruffle on the outside. So I'm going to pin right in here. And of course, I'll move those pins when as I'm sewing. So it hangs over a little. Just catch that place right in there. And again here. I don't normally pin, but something as fine as this lace I do. Because it's very hard to control it and keep it straight. So I'm going to put another little pin in here. Hello. Did I change your channel name? I probably did. Or I may have mine. I didn't put that space in mine. I can see that now. Isn't that your channel name? Kathie's World and Friends? Yes, it is. So yeah, my name is spelled wrong. It's I didn't put the space in it. I thought you was camping, girl. You snuck in on me. Did you come home? You probably have. Well, no, I had trouble, honey. I got it started and then it wouldn't work again. And so I went to StreamYard and it has. So, okay, that's my first piece of lace. Now, let's see. I've got some more over here already cut. Where is it? Aha, there's one. I'll put this on this side. Well, Brenda and I were talking about the same thing about this morning about what we can do to maybe improve our people coming in. And hi, Shannon. I just saw you, honey. And well, you know, this low body count is hurting us. So we're brainstorming. I mean, what am I going to do? I can't. I do what I do, and the only way I know is to tell people that, you know, look, if you do come in and look, hang around for a while, because, you know, that helps. It helps to have your stream to run and you know, do its YouTube algorithm. And with beta being so horrible, I don't know what we're going to do about that, because it's sad. It's really sad. I have all kinds of things to put on this. And when I get done sewing this lace on, we're going, oh, I've got to have my top lace. Top lace. Top lace. It's laying here somewhere. It's just gotten, because I just had this bundled up. That's what was laying on my desk. Be sure I didn't put it back over here. Because if I did, I didn't intend to. I found such pretties. Well, no, it's not there. So it's got to be here on my desk somewhere. I'm looking in the floor, because that's always a possibility. This is the one I had out. Let me get it out. If I can. My old cabinet is getting so old that it doesn't want to, the shelves don't want to go in and out in the right spots anymore. And that top one is off. That one there. And hit the hole. Never gonna hit no. Okay. Go in there. You silly thing. Go in the bottom. There we go. Okay, what did I do with that lace? Because I have some very pretty lace that is going to go on top of that. Okay. Let's do some picking up here. Some of that I'm not wanting you to see yet. Okay. There it is. There it is. We're going to put this right up here at the top. So we pull that out. Pull this out. And then put one more in, if I can find one more. We'll use that. Okay. Here, there's my quilting pin. And that one there. And now I'm ready to sew the lace on. So, and this I can just sew all the way around. And I wish that I could turn this so you could see what I'm doing. And I don't know if I can or not with all the cords out. And I don't know. That's not going to do any good. I can't sew sideways. There's no way I can sew sideways. So let's get it back over here and do it. Okay. We're going to get right up here. And I'm going to start here in this corner. And I'm probably going to have to push my needle through that because it's a little bit thick. And put that back up here. I moved it. And we're going to get my stiletto, help move that stuff through. Okay. Now it'll go. But I want to hold down the edge of that lace. And I'm just going to catch the top of it if I can. A little bit farther away from it than what I intended. Okay. And make sure I'm rolled in here. Pull that pin. Pull your pins as you come to them. You don't want to sew across them with this much material in it. That pin. And then I'm going to come to this corner. And pull that lace back down there where it belongs. And come a little bit more. About right there. Okay. Now we're going to go right down the edge of this side. Pull that pin. Make sure that's over it here. And I'm going to come right to the point. And turn it around. And come back up it. Come out just a little bit. You're running in on me. Your lace will move on you if you're not careful. Especially that fine stuff. Right up here to the top. Okay, and right here, as you can see, I had a little fold because of it pushing my lace as I sewed it. So I'm just going to take the scissors because I back stitched it. I'm just going to take my scissors and nip that off. Okay, now let's see. I might as well quilt while I'm at it. And what I'm going to do, I wish this would go down so you could see a little better, but it won't, it's too close. No, I don't know, maybe that would work. I'm going to try to follow the pattern of the lace a little bit. Yes, there's pink. I'm going to try to follow the pattern of the lace. It's kind of a swirl pattern and a rose, but I'm not going to worry about the rose. I'm just going to do the swirls. So it's kind of a little bit hard to do on a footed machine, but we're going to see if we can't give it a go. So here we go. We're going to quilt this baby. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going down to this swirl, and I'm going to turn it. And lift the foot just a little bit so it helps turn it, keeping your needle down. And then we're going to come back up. And it's a little bit of a feather design, so I'm going to go out and come back around. This would be easier on my quilting machine, but it's in the other room with no camera. And then I'm going to go back up, right back up where I was before. And then I'm going to make this big loop and turn it right around and come right back in next to that other loop and right back down to that spot. And then I'm going to come back up, follow your line right back up to your next loop and come out and turn it in and follow your line right back into that loop. And down, and then we're going to come back again. Whoop, put that down. There'll be some stitches on the back side that's going to be needing to be okay. And right here, I'm going to pull this back. This is going to be our end loop. I'm going to loop it around. Come on, come on. You can do it. Okay. Now I'm going to start down the other side, and I'm going to complete a feather in this. So, and I'll show it to you when I get the feather quilted. I'm going to come up and make another loop on this side and come right back down to the spine. And I'm going to find my next loop, which is right there. So I'm going to turn, go down in it, and I'm going to make another loop, go down in, and come back around, and come back down, go down to the bottom, needle down, turn, oops, I need to come out. No, I'm okay. I need to do this. All right, we're going to come out. And I'm going to make a big swirl of pattern on this one. Come into our feather there and go down. And then come out. And then swirl around. Touch our feather. Go down. And then I'm going to just slide this right on down to the bottom. And then I'm going to start back up, doing the same thing. Make a little curve here. Needle down. Kind of hard to see it on this lace, but it's there. And then I'm going to come up and go out and back around. Down. And then I'm going to come up here and do it on this other side. Center. And again, come up, go out, go to this side. And come out. And turn. And come down. Out. And make a loop here. And come back down. And now, because I'm getting into my first swirl, I'm going to come up. Make this feather here come around. And right back down in. And now I'm going to take it right up here to the top. And I'm going to make a loop here. And you don't have to do this. You can do squiggly lines. Is my camera bad? Oh, it's popped up. Sorry. Okay, can you see my feathers? I probably did it with material. Okay, I'm going to turn now. Needle down. And I'm going to follow that line right back down to the base. Right in there. I'm going to come out. And swirl around. And back down. And then over to the other side. Whoops, I didn't come down far enough. Down. And I'm going to put another feather right in here. Come down. And around. And back down. Back up. And these feathers are not really that hard to do. Practice on a piece of material that you have batting together and pin it up and just go to trying to sew them. You can do them on a regular machine, as you see here. I am doing this on a regular machine with the feed dogs that won't go down. I have a quilting machine that it's a lot easier on a quilting machine, but it can be done on these. And you can do all sorts of patterns. You can just do hearts. You can do squiggles. You don't have to have, you can do little circles if you want to try it with a regular machine. Now that is tough. But you can do anything. You can make squares. You can make just straight lines. So I'm trying to make this one a little more fancy. Since it's going to hang in her craft room, I just want her to have something pretty. And I hope it turns out pretty. But anyway, okay. We are at the top of this. We have one little more one to make right here. We'll come down into the center and do a little straight back stitch, and our quilting is done. And now I'm going to move everything so that you can see it, because I did come through a loop. Okay, because you can really see it on the back side. Let me pull this back up again so you can get it adjusted, because I have to. Okay. Can you see the feathers? From down at the bottom, we've come up and around, and then we've come up and this way. And so there's two feathers that come out from the bottom. And on the front side, it looks like that. So if there is a little mistake in it, it's not going to show from the front with all this lace on it. Okay, now I've got lots of stuff to lay out on this, and I want your opinion of things. So let me see if I can find all my little pieces, because I kind of laid it out last night, a little bit like I wanted it. I've got a cut piece of net type stuff somewhere in here in an oval shape. I thought about putting this across it in that way, in that manner. And do that fancy stuff. You can do a straight line stitch and it'll be pretty. Hi, Robin's Journey. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So, Kathy, go out and try to come back in. Are you still at the campgrounds? So anyway, somewhere here, I've got that little flat piece. And again, I probably picked it up with the, because I was making out of this too. I was doing some journaling with mini. Let me pick these up and look through them. It's like that. That's, in fact, that's what I cut it out of. Now, where did it go? There. Got some bling bling. I've got pearls. But I had took this woman. I have a stamp, and I stamped this on material. And I may have to cut another piece and it not be the same, because I'm not seeing it here. I see a square one, but not my oval one. There it is. And I'm thinking about putting it down here and her on there. Do you like that? If you don't like it, tell me, because you know, I'm not sure. So, but she is shabby chic. There's no doubt about it. So, I have this brooch. Cut that off. And this is an antique. I have this brooch that I thought I would put right up here at the top. Right. So it kind of comes out over the top. And her there, I have oh, where is all my stuff? Here's the stuff it's in the floor. Keeps going to the floor, which is not good. Because I don't bend as easy as I used to. I have these little roses, which I thought I would put coming right up through here. And I have another one. I bet I bagged it up. I did. Because I bagged some things up. Getting them off my desk. Yep, there's one of them. No, that's a different one, which I could use that. At the bottom, I could turn it around like this, which is pretty. That's very pretty. Then I have these, which are really antiques. I mean, these are antique doily pieces. And I'm not sure about them. I starched them, but I'm just not sure that I like them that well. They're a little bit big for it. But I like these roses. But I don't have a lot of appliques right now, many as I'd like to have. There's another one of those somewhere. What did I do with it? Oh my. And I have this little piece that could go right there. That'd be kind of pretty. I also have this, which is paper, but it would, you know, it could go on here. It could circle right around her like that. And I've got to find that other piece of lace, because there's three of these. There's three of those roses. Yeah, I have put them in here. I had them out last night. See, if I get things out from before I need them, I'm in trouble. Because I swear to you, I will pick them up and put them somewhere really strange. I kind of like that with just that. Let me turn it around to you. Yeah. her over just a little. We're not quite centered up. And I would stitch her down. And then this would be stuck down. This will be pinned on. And then I have this little dangle, which I thought would be pretty, hanging off the bottom of the pendant. These roses and this rose and this down here. Do you like this out, the whole thing? Because I really don't have a whole lot of room for the rest of it, and I don't have a whole lot more. So that's, I mean, I've got this big, beautiful neckline piece, but it doesn't really fit her all that well, which I wish it did. I could do something like that, but then we have this top where there's nothing. If I could gather it together, where it's just kind of under her. I might be able to do that. I don't know if it's going to lay true. Or I could pull it out and then put the roses over the top of it. Kind of like that. And that. It is bigger than the pendant size. This. And still have this down here. That's just be cool. What do you think? And then the cherub on the top has a piece. A little lace didn't get caught right there, but I've got to put a couple of little things to hang it with anyway. Okay, do you like the looks of that? If you do, that's the way I'm going to go. Help me decide. Yes or no? And then I've got all kinds of bling that I could put with it. You know, I could put some of these stones, rhinestones in places around it. Kind of pull in the brooch. Maybe some just on these around her. Okay, then I'm going to sew her down. First, I'm going to sew this big one down. I'll start with it. And I am sewing it on my machine. I don't sew by hand. My hands won't take it anymore. Okay, now let me get my camera back down and you and the needle. Come on, stay there. Whoops, that didn't work. Whoops. I've got this rubber band up. That's why it's moving. Stop! Okay. Maybe pull them rubber bands down here. And see if we can get it like that. All right. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go in here, slide this through here to the very, very tiniest edge of this. I'm going to set my needle, and I'm going to set this on a small zigzag. So I'm going to come down to a 2 on my tension and to a 2 on my zigzag, which is really tiny. And I'm going to zigzag right around that. Come on. And I think I'm just going to let the rest of that hang. So I'm going to back stitch right there. Get all my strings off the back. Okay. There's that piece. Get it in view of the camera. Turn it around. And I just did a little teeny zigzag stitch on that. You can kind of right here, write down a little bit of it. It didn't hurt the pattern on it at all. Okay, now I'm going to take that blue piece and I'm going to stick it right on there. And again, I'm going to do a little tiny zigzag stitch, and I'm not changing threads. I'm just going to keep using this one just on the outside edge of this. Just going to barely catch it. And then we'll come right on down. And do a little back stitch. A little bit bump in it that she's going to lay over the top of it. Come off of there. Okay. Now the back's going to get pretty quilted up on this, doing all this sewing. Okay, and now her, and lay her right in the center of that, and I'm going to pin her in the middle so she doesn't move. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, and I'm sorry because my camera won't move, but I'm going to lay her in the center, and I'm going to put a pin right in the center of her so she does not move. Just like that. Okay, and she's next. We're going to put her in here, and we're going to go real tiny right around. As long as we're catching her, we're going to go real tiny right on the edges of her and follow her pattern. Turn, come right back down on this side, out, and down. Make sure she's laying flat. And down here, and around. Back up till we meet our stitching again. And do just a little back stitch. And now she is sewn down. And we can take that out. Okay. Now the two rose pieces. Okay. This can go down at the bottom. Got that a little bit crooked. Not bad. You see it a bit. But that's going to go down here. So I think I'll go ahead and sew that down before I go to the roses. And again, I'm going to get right here and I'm going to start right in the center of that bow. I'm going to do a little zigzag stitch. Center. And then come back out. And we're going to go around it. I'm going to go right there because I think I'm going to go ahead and go on down and catch it here down at the bottom. And I may just go down it, right down the center of it. Just kind of go down through it like that. Catch this bottom one. Come on. Move. Come on, back up to the center. And do a little back stitch right there. And that'll hold that one down. And I broke my bobbin. I may be out of bobbin. Right there in that bottom. I hope that all held. No, I didn't get hardly any of that down there. Okay. Gotta run a bobbin. I don't know how long I've been on. It takes a while to do this, but we're about to get it actually. A couple more pieces, and then it'll just be little detail stuff that we can put on like some of those jewels around her and brighten her up. Maybe some pearls. Might use pearls. I don't care much for the blue over the middle of it, but that's how I sewed it. So that may be where I put my my roses, and put something else around the top. It might help it if I put the roses under her, because it did really turn that blue, and I don't want blue really to show that much, so I may put the roses wherever I laid them again. I'm telling you, I can lose stuff so fast that it will make your head spin. That helps a little bit. I don't know that. Oh, I can't get it in view. The flower helps a little. Take some of that blue off of it. I'm sure my roses are back down on the floor. Okay, I'm going to run this bobbin. I'm not like this, I'm not. I've got to loop it around here like that before I run it. There we go. Cut that off with. Lost my sliding this around. I'm sliding everything off. Okay. Back down on the floor again. Okay, I'm going to put this in here, and it's not hard to thread a bobbin. Almost all of them are identical. Even if they're flat, there is a groove that you have to go in, and you just pull your thread into that groove and then come around until you come into the slot that's for it, and make sure that it pulls out easily. And that's all you have to do. And then you stick it in and make sure it's plugged in all the way, and you'll hear a little snap in almost all the machines. And then we have to rethread the top because I wanted the same thread. And we'll come down here. Get that done. After I trim that. Oh, good scissors. Okay, I'm going to twist it down, the needle down, and come back up, and it'll pick up that bobbin for me and pull it out. I know I'm talking to you all like beginners, and I'm sure some of you know that. But, okay, where is my roses? Next thing, we got to find those roses again, girls. What did I do with them? Where did I put them? Where did they go? Yeah, they're over here under the machine. Okay, there's one. Come up. I want that to roll down around her. So I'm going to let it overlap just a little bit. Okay. And I bet that other one's under there too. It was. And the same way with this one. I want her to come up and kind of loop around. So this I'm going to do without pinning it so that I can control those leaves. And I'm just going to do it right around her. I'm just going to go, let's turn that one that way. It's not quite as shiny on that side, but the lace is going to go in the same spots if we do that. And I kind of like that lace coming in on her. So I think that's pretty. And I like the bow here, or this here. We'll probably just tack that down. So now I'm going to put my little thing back over it, and I'm going to sew this first one on and get it in place. And I'm going to start right over that stem piece. And I'm actually going to sew over it. And right here, I'm going to turn. And I think I will just come in, come down right there, turn around and come back. Do the same with this side. Come around it. There's a little more there. It doesn't have to hit every point of it. Because it's not going to go anywhere. Come right there with that. Come back down. Okay, now right here I'm going to come down. I'm going to pull that up. I'm just going to make a straight line in that. I'm going to let it come where it wants to back this way. And I didn't quite get to the center of this one, so I'm going to go ahead and go up. And come back on it. There. Do a couple of little stitches. That one is down. Okay, one more. I'm going to do it the same way. Start right there. Come up. Let that one come in and touch this one. And this one come over here. And overlap a little bit underneath there. Push that down here. Give it a little bit of a pink look to that lace, and that's okay by me. As long as Kathie likes it, and she loves pink. So, okay, we're going to do a little bit of a back stitch right here. We go over that. Come right up around this sleeve. And I went around the other one, so I'm going to go around this one. I did go back and go around it. And now we're going to go around this rose. And this leaf. And then come down. Okay. There's that stitched on. Yeah, hey, we're moving on. We are moving on. I hope y'all are enjoying this. It means a lot to me that you all are here. I am so thrilled. And so now all we've got to do is put our little flower right there. And our pendant, I am just going to pin it on. If I can get it in there in the exact place that I want it, because I do want it to stick out just a little bit. Come on, go through there. I'm going to have to do that with something besides my left hand. Okay, here we go. We're going to go all the way through. I don't know how she's hanging these on the wall, so I don't know what kind of a top to put on it. Did she leave completely? Okay. We're just going to hook that brooch on there. It closed on me back there. It is an antique. It's got that little bitty that one little bitty opening. And man, my eyes are bad enough seeing that is tough. That's the wrong side. Right there, we got it. Now, there's your Cupid in place. My lace is a little bit crooked here. I don't know if I've got two of those or not, but I really like those. But they are a paper element. Let's see what these look like. Coming out away from that. Right across the top of that lace. Go lay down there. To the edge. And let's cut up another one. I like that color with it because it's got that antique bronzy look. And it wasn't quite long enough, so I'm not quite centered. But it's as centered as it's going to get. I'll just put another little couple over there, and yeah, we'll fill in that gap. Oops. I'll probably sew them down. But they've got a lot of sticky on them. I mean, they are sticky. Okay. Let me show you the top. There's the top. Now I'm going to put this little flower right here. And I may put that on my sewing machine and just do a tack here and a tack here. And then I thought I might take some of these. Here's two right here. Let's see how they look. And fill in some places like that. And like that. Come off of there. Come off of there. Come off of there. Come on. One right there. One in that little flower. Are you seeing it? Do I need to come up? Oh. And let's come right up here at the top. Put one. In here. In there. And then these actually have little flowers in them, and I could go there with them all the way across, but I don't think they need that much. I could put some here closer to her. And yes, I did put a little bit of pink on her after I stamped her. Because I thought it'd be nice to have some pink to pick up the pink place. That one right here between those leaves. Okay. Let me turn it sideways so you can see it now. Like that. And then I've got to find a bulb pin to hang this. So I think this would make a cute little pendant down at the bottom. It's got a little white rose, uh, a little button, pair of scissors that look antique with a pearl. So I just thought those would be really cute, just hanging from a bulb pin. And let me see if I can't find one right in here in this little box. Yep, there he is. Okay. And again, I'm not going to do anything except bulb pin it on. And if Kathy wants to take it off, she can. Okay. Set this bulb pin on. Slip it through there. And slip it through the bottom. Hook it. Come on. You don't want to pull it through like that. Here we go. Okay, and there's our pennant. And I'm calling it done. And I hope that she loves it. I love it. I think it looks pretty. You girls helped me so much. You really helped me a bunch. And I love it. And I hope she does. I love this hanging from it. I think that's cute. That'd be pretty hanging on the wall. I like it well enough I may make her another one. I may have to make two. I've got to sew this this on. Or I could put these roses there. Girls, what about that? I love that. Better than this. Is anybody able to watch? Is anybody seeing me? I haven't seen YouTube. I have been on the stream site and not on YouTube. And I hope we're not buffering on YouTube. We're not buffering on YouTube. We're not buffering on YouTube. I'm saying it over and over again, but it's picking my movements up slowly. There is a delay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Okay. Look. echo. Now what do you do? Oh, okay. Bad. Love you all.